silence.
So here we are with a completely inappropriate podcast, Mr. Frank. I'm Tony. As I said, I'm talking to you, Mr. Frank. How you doing?
I'm okay.
Yeah, just okay.
Yeah, I'm usually always just okay.
Yeah.
Something fucking significant has to happen for me to be great.
Great. You gotta have some Frosted Flakes in one?
Maybe.
So, it's just me and you today.
Yeah.
Our first time back in the studio without a third. We won't get into why, but we are going to try and make this our Halloween episode. Yes? No? Maybe? So?
Nah.
Who the fuck knows or cares? I was workshopping some questions that I thought we would have some fun asking each other for this Halloween season. You want to kick them off? How do you want to start this?
I don't know what the question
Well,
is.
first off, how was your week? What did you end up doing all week long?
Podcast stuff.
Such as?
Such as posting, promoting. That's about it.
Invigorating life you lead. Well, so, let's see. We've got a list here. Why don't you just pick one at random? Which one would you like to hit up first?
What part of the body would you cannibalize first?
Oh, eyeballs, tongue, and organs.
Eyeballs first. So
Well, now, okay. This one, I need a little more information. What's the climate like?
You can have these questions.
How big is the person? I know, but let's figure out the details to the question. That way we can answer more accurately. So, let's say desert island or on a mountain. It seems like this happens more on a mountain. And people get lost and they're freezing to death and shit. So, assuming that it's a cold climate, the meat could stay fresh and everything, I would go eyeballs first because you pop those out easiest with your fingers. Tongue because that's another soft part that you could just slice off with a knife quite easily. And then the work gets a little hard, but you want to get it done at first while you still have more energy. You got to crack the ribs open, do that whole autopsy cut, get to them organs because it's all that good offal that's got that dense nutrients and meat that'll last longer for you, and you'd rather eat that before that spoils rather than the meat, which is easier to keep fresh in a colder climate.
Yeah. Well, apparently, the only nutritious part of your body is the spleen.
How does that doesn't make any sense. There's got to be other nutrients in. I mean, your regular protein. You got everything that other animals have.
Well, apparently, either it's the only one or it's the most nutritious.
Yeah, I think it's like the kidney too, isn't it?
I don't know.
That's what I'm saying. The organs tend to be more nutrient dense. So, yeah, if you're cannibalizing somebody, go organs first. Now, if there's an option to cook, then you throw that meat on a spit, do a slow roast while you're eating the organs raw. That way you get maximum out of everything.
I just pictured fucking a person being slow roasted like a pig.
Yeah, on a spit, right? Splayed open, just the feet and hands tight to the thing. Yeah, that's how I do it. Yeah, how about you? You have any preferences as to which parts you go at first?
Spleen first, but since we're on a fucking mountain, I don't know, the leg first, leave the spleen for last.
Why?
Because if it's the one with the most nutrients, then I should fucking have something to sustain myself first, and then fucking when all hope is lost, like fuck, I guess I gotta get out of this one. Eat the spleen to make the trek down the fucking mountain.
Okay, so you're looking at saving the nutrients for the last ditch effort. You want maximum nutrients for maximum effort. Yep. All Deadpool style. So great. I'm vice versa. I say get those dense nutrients in at the beginning, and then just work on your fucking skin jerky the rest of the way down once you've engorged yourself enough to start making the long trek. Because it's easier to... No? I don't know. That's fun though. Good thought experiment. What's the next one, Frank? Let's see what we got.
Okay, this whole doppelganger thing. According to the fucking... It's a German fucking legend.
Uh-huh.
But apparently what that is is your doppelganger is an evil twin, and if you see your doppelganger, that means you're about to die.
That where did you say that's from? I always thought it was Irish or Scottish folktale.
No, you see the A, how it's got two dots on top?
Doppelganger.
That's Jackman.
Doppelganger, an apparition or double of a living person. Wait, no, I can't do it. It's
Nope.
always the wrong accent.
Yeah.
It's always the same, like double, the same two or three.
You won't find it.
An apparition or double of a living person. See, he has been replaced by an evil doppelganger, but they're specifying there that it's an evil doppelganger. So I think it's just a double of a living person, colloquially.
Yeah.
The origin you're saying though is that it's an evil.
If you see the fucking asshole or your doppelganger, you're about to die.
Right, it's a bad omen to
Yeah.
see yourself. Because there's not enough room on the earth for two of you, right? I guess is
Apparently.
where you can pull that from. Okay, so we're
So with
we're
that-
talking doppelgangers because
Because the question is, would you try and convince a doppelganger to switch lives?
and for how long? So if would you want to switch lives with if you they're
Well,
just
if
like
they're-
you do it what's not I was gonna say Planned Parenthood style, but Parent Trap style.
Nah.
Same, you know, you can call Planned Parenthood a Parent Trap.
Good.
Right? Rename Planned Parenthood Parent Trap.
Yeah.
Get it?
Good. Yeah.
Cha-cha-cha.
Yeah.
I know, it was a stretch. I'll let it
What happened? No, if the doppelganger lived a fucking way better life than me, I'd be like, hey, fucking wanna
Well, I mean, obviously, but let's assume it's virtually the same life, just in a different place, different, you know. Basically, just live different, right?
switch? Yeah.
But you would have to pick up on all of their nuances, know everything about their people. Like, so would you just give up everything to go switch? And would you trust that person to keep
No.
your reputation alive down here?
No.
What do you mean, no?
No, fucking, when it's fucking me, if it's, like, I don't trust my other self, let's call it, or let's say it was an evil twin. If it was an evil twin of mine, fucking, I wouldn't let them near fucking.
I feel like if you had an evil twin, you would be the evil twin, though.
I'd be like Ren and fucking Ren and Stimpy. There's fucking evil Ren and indifferent Ren.
Indifferent Ren. Yeah.
Yeah, I would be,
Okay.
or my doppelganger would be the indifferent one.
I could see that. I could definitely see that. Yeah, no, I would. I've worked very hard to fucking be okay with the life I have now. I don't want to have to adjust to somebody else's. But if I saw my doppelganger, I would probably chase them down and just try to get a selfie though or something. You know, like, oh my god, it's me!
Yeah, they'd probably be like, that's Photoshop.
Yeah, but fuck the world. Pictures for me, not for you.
Yeah, there's a picture of me with my brother. Fucking, we're sitting next to each other, facing each other. Fucking, our fucking heads turned on entire bodies.
Were you about to make out?
No, and he was telling me when this picture was newly posted that people thought it was photoshopped. That he
Because you guys
photoshopped himself.
Oh, that you would just look that much like?
Yeah, except he has a Jewish nose. I don't.
Racist! Why are we so anti-Semitic on this show?
Because we can.
Every episode there's some reference to the Jews. Like, I got no qualms with anybody of Jewish descent. I don't know what y'all's issues are. If y'all have any problems with Frank's racism, or Jerry's, or any of our guests that are to come, you can reach us at completelyinappropriatepodcast@gmail.com. Let us know what piece of shit we are. Find us at Twitter at CI Podcast, on Instagram at completelyinapt. Is that backwards?
No. Actually, yeah. Twitter is completely inapt.
Twitter is completely inapt.
Yeah. But Instagram is
CI
at CI
Podcast.
Podcast. And then Facebook, just completely inappropriate. And then YouTube, just completely inappropriate.
And our hats.
Oh yeah,
We
we're
have
selling
hats. Hit
hats.
us up if you, whatever. I am so lackluster in this episode today. So,
But anyways,
Anyway.
So, would you switch lives? Your
no,
doppelganger?
no, I said I wouldn't.
Yeah, because you wouldn't trust your fucking
No,
indifferent
no.
self.
No, I don't give a shit about that.
Okay.
Like, it's just, I'm too lazy to try and figure out somebody else's lives and routine and pick up for them, you know? Like, I barely figured out my life and got it comfortable.
Yeah, but you would think that it's the exact same, just fucking
No,
different fucking.
no, the person is just.
I don't know.
No. The point is, it's basically a different person, different life, different everything. They just look exactly like you.
Yeah, because I'm thinking you got this from fucking watching Us.
No,
movie.
I've never seen it.
Fucking, because they're fucking doppelgangers living underground.
Spoiler alert, I haven't fucking seen it.
Oh, wow.
Fucking asshole.
Never
Move
mind.
on. So that takes care of the doppelgangers. Talking about clones though.
Yeah, clones, would you, if you found your clone, would you rather be top or bottom?
Yeah, if so in this situation there's no if you wanted to have sex with your clone. If you had a clone and you knew that you could see it, because to me a clone is gonna know exactly how I like it.
Yeah, 'cause
So-
it's you.
So I could either be the dominant or submissive. I wouldn't say top or bottom because I don't see me railing myself. But if I had to, I would rather be the one giving, obviously.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, but I would know exactly how to do it and be gentle enough for myself to enjoy it, I imagine. But yeah, go with the top.
Maybe.
It just feels awkward.
No, yeah, because I'm usually I'm always on top. Like about 98% of the times I'm on top. So then this wouldn't be any different. But I guess it would be different because then being my clone would be like, no, bitch, I'm going on top.
Yeah.
And we'd fucking have a little fucking.
Would you ever make it? Would you ever be able to actually make it to the sex? Or would it all just be a conversation on who would get the better of the situation?
Knowing me, I'd be like, okay, me first, and then you later, and then we never get to later, and my clone would know
But you would know that. You're not
yeah.
fuck you.
So,
You're not getting me this time.
Fucking, like I would always say, if there was a clone of me, I'd fuck myself. But in this case, I'm like, nope, I don't think we'd ever get to the fucking.
Yeah. Huh. I didn't think this one through when I wrote down the question. I don't know how I feel about this anymore. Because at first I'd say, yeah, I'd fuck him. But I'm like, no. I don't even think I'd want to.
Well, that's the point of these questions, to start a conversation. But then, again, ideally, it's the same thing with the doppelganger.
No, because a
They
clone
know
is
about
like
you.
everything about you. It's the same mentality, same thought process. You're talking about doppelganger. You specifically said it's an evil or indifferent one, as opposed to your evil or indifference, right? So it's a different mentality altogether. In this scenario, we'd say that the clone is exactly like you in every way. So you're basically begging yourself 100%.
But then if it was exactly you without all the negative traits, would it still work?
Well, then they'd be a submissive little bitch, wouldn't they? And yeah, it would work better. then I dominate and be like, well, let's dress you up like a pretty little girl and it puts the makeup on, it puts the lotion in the basket.
Yeah, because I'm thinking, okay, yeah, that'll work. Fucking me will be like, okay, yeah, fucking me first. But then would also be like, okay, but I know he's lying, so I don't know.
I don't know, man. I don't know. Next question. I feel like these are kind of falling a little flatter than I was expecting. I was expecting to have somebody to talk to about these things, not just a back and forth between the two of us. But,
Who would you rather fuck, a mummy or a zombie?
ooh, okay. So here's the thing. A zombie is a fresh corpse. In my opinion, in my version of zombies, it's a biological warfare thing. It's people that have died from the biological attack and been reanimated with that same agent. So they would be fresh corpses, which means that they would be fleshy. They would still have full bodies. Like the female's breasts won't be all saggy and like sunken in and dried out like they would on a mummy, because a mummy is all dried out. There's no organs, so they're bony, they're skinny, they're dry, but they don't smell and they don't have all the decomposing skin. So, would you rather have sex with a fleshy, soft, still possibly a warm body, depending on how fresh the death was on the zombie, but it stinks to high hell and your dick is getting tickled with the maggots inside? Or you go with the mummy. I think I would just plug my nose up with some mint leaves and go zombie.
Yeah,
I think I would.
Me too.
But if you're a female now, I would assume that a female would go mummy, because
the
even though it's
crumble up?
Yeah, right? It would be very...
Yeah, as soon as he tries putting it in, it just crumbles.
Well, no, let's assume that everything is still attached and functional. It may be shriveled up, but let's say he was abnormally gifted in the underpants region to begin with, so even shriveled up, it's like ours regular, you know?
But would it be hard because there's no blood flow?
Yeah, let's assume that they can. Again, this is best case scenario. You're actually able to have sex. Oh, I'm sorry. Are mummies actually real for this to all of a sudden make sense?
Well, technically,
listen,
they are.
you fuck. You know what I mean? A living dead mummy.
Okay.
So, assuming you can still get engorged and it's still a regular size, and the woman can still enjoy it that way. The only difference is that it's dry and rough because of the process, right? So you just throw a condom on it, right? And it's just a hard dildo. Like, they've got hard plastic dildos that have, like, ridges and shit. So why not? Yeah, so I'd say if you're a female, go mummy. If you're a male, go zombie.
Yeah, I'm thinking you got this because you fucking...
I just came up with these things off the top of my head. They didn't come from anywhere.
Back when the fucking zombie craze was still fresh in everyone's fucking minds. There was actually a fad going on. Well, a fetish. Like, there's actual fucking...
Zombie porn?
Zombie dildos out there.
Oh!
Zombie porn.
No, I've seen the alien pocket pussies and shit.
Really?
Yeah, the fleshlights that are like dragon's pussy and alien's pussy and...
What?
Yeah, and it's just like...
Weird.
Yeah, weird shapes and shit. It's fucking retarded. I'm not gonna spend money to ejaculate. I've done it for free since I was 13 years old. Why would I start buying things for it now? That's just unimaginative people.
Fuck, marry, kill, succubus, an incubus, or a wraith? Wraith? Wrath, a ghost?
Wait, did you answer that last one?
Did I? No. I would rather fuck. No, well, I did.
Zombie or
I'd rather fuck a zombie. You know, just fucking cut off the head so she don't fucking bite
so she
back.
doesn't bite you.
Yeah, maybe the fucking hands too, so she won't.
So you'd rather fuck a body, body without a head.
Yeah, cause see, I like the whole fucking nails on the back, but if it's a zombie, they're infected nails, and I'm like, let's cut those hands off.
No, well, I wasn't even thinking that it was infectious like that. I just went the biological route where they just reanimate as soon as they die, and they're not infectious. They just want to kill. They're just aggro, like fucking rabies. Oh, but rabies is infectious. Wrong. Whatever. Moving on.
Okay, so fuck, marry, kill, fucking succubus, incubus, or a wraith, whatever it's called.
Well, I might marry the incubus, just so I can go around and doing the incubus stuff with him. Like, we'd just be like partners, like heterosexual life mates. Obviously, you fuck the hell out of the succubus, because why wouldn't you, right? It's oh my god, I'm having sex with a female ghost, and however will I enjoy this? And then she's real aggressive too. I like that. I like that. So yeah, definitely fuck the succubus. Marry the incubus, so that we could just party and hang out all the time and go bar hop and pick up different chicks. I'll bang them and then they go to sleep and then he bangs them. Tag team. Woo! High five. Yeah. So and then you kill the wraith because it's just a ghost to hang out. Yeah, I could have reorganized that, but I'm going to go with that as my first answer. Yeah, I'll lock that in. How about you?
I would kill the incubus just because of how I am with fucking my girlfriends. Yeah. Yeah.
Like, you don't want your girlfriend to be getting it better in her dreams than when she's awake with you?
Whoa, I don't fucking share, so yeah.
Alright.
And
then marry, kill.
I guess marry the wraith, because fucking thing is just floating around.
Not even doing it, but it's so depressing. Our wraiths like always like it's right after death, right? There are forms right after death that linger before moving on. So it's then they're usually all melancholy and depressed and shit like that's just annoying to go to sleep to at night.
No, just marry because the corpse bride.
I don't get it.
The corpse bride. It's a fucking one Tim Burton movie.
Yeah, no, I know, but I don't get how that applies here. She was a zombie.
Yeah, but fucking... Oh, so you mean fucking spiritual ghost. spirit, like a fucking floating fucking bedsheet, not a fucking personification like a fucking like in one stupid movie, uh, Insidious, I think it is, where the ghosts are like fucking actual people.
Oh, but that's only in the other
Like
world,
embodiment, right? I think is the word I'm looking for. Like not it's
not
the
a poltergeist.
embodiment of a ghost, but just the fucking spirit, like all fucking Halloween.
Whatever, man. So you're gonna fuck
the succubus because that's what they do.
Because that's what they do.
Yeah.
Kill the incubus because
Kill the incubus
you're
'cause I don't
not into
share.
sharing, and the wraith keep it around for marriage because you're gonna be miserable married anyway. So it just goes hand in hand for you.
Yeah, and they'll scare people out of your fucking
Yeah, I
house,
just realized anybody who marries you, if she's living or dead, is gonna be just as miserable and melancholy. So, yeah, perfect choice,
Maybe.
Frank. Good job.
Okay.
What do we got next?
God damn. Okay. Rate best to worst: burned, buried, frozen, bled out.
Oh, this one's a good conversation here. All right, so you're gonna get burned to death, buried to death, frozen to death, or you're gonna bleed out. I hear bleeding out is quite nice because it hurts a lot when you start getting the pins and needles feeling, when you start feeling when you start losing too much blood, it starts to get real painful, right? But then after that, you just start going to sleep. I guess it's kind of the same with all of these, right? I guess bleed out and frozen have similar feelings to them.
Well, burned seems painful. Buried, you'll suffocate. And it's fucking hard for, like, I hate that feeling when you're holding your breath underwater. And
Well, that's not what it's gonna feel like if you get buried. If you get buried alive, I'd say that's the best way to go, is to suffocate slowly, because you don't feel it. You just start getting lightheaded and you end up passing out from lack of oxygen, and then you die while you sleep. The problem with being buried alive is that fucking being confined in a tight space, or even if you're buried alive without being in a coffin and they just bury you under dirt, then you can't move. You're in that darkness forever until you finally go. That's just a horrifying experience, but the death itself is super comfortable. So that might be my number one way to go. But then there's bleeding out. That's a little bit faster. But again, that's a much more painful way to go. So yeah, I'd go buried and bleed out are my top two. How about you? Do you have a top two out of burned, buried, frozen, or bleeding out?
God damn. Well, fucking, I've had two friends that have been burned alive.
Oh!
Yeah.
To death, or they made it through?
They died.
Mm.
That's why I said burned to death.
Oh,
Yeah,
sorry.
buried. I don't know about that. Frozen, fucking, I like the fucking cool weather, but fucking, yeah, after my time in Romania, I'm like, fuck the cold, and I'm like, I'll fucking hate that. Bled out, fucking, I imagine fucking you feel cold as you're fucking dying. Shit. I don't know which one's worse, fucking buried or burned or frozen.
So which one was better then? Which one was the best one out of these?
I would go with buried, because if they put me in a sack and then bury me, then it won't be as bad, I feel. And if they just bury me alive with fucking nothing, I can probably claw my way out of it.
No,
And
you're dying. It's not an option to get
okay,
out
so
of
like
these.
unconscious or whatever?
Yeah,
Or too weak to move?
Either way, you're
Okay.
no. Just either way, like this is your you get to go to heaven. Everything's been forgiven. As long as you die in one of these ways, which one do you choose?
If I had to choose how I'm gonna go, I'd say bled out. Yeah, bled out. Because fucking,
And what do you picture in this scenario?
like, I fought to the death, and I'm like, oh, I'm bleeding.
Okay. So
Fucking
you got stabbed a time or two and just
Yeah.
bleeding out there on the side. Yeah, that seems like it gives you just enough time to think about your life, the life you led, and to apologize for it if you have to.
Yeah, and then fucking number two would have to be buried, and then fucking burned and frozen are.
Burned and frozen. Now those are obviously the worst ones, right?
Yeah, I don't
Which
know.
is worse than being burned or frozen? You know what I didn't put on here was drowning. Oh fuck
That
it!
shit
Drowning
would
would be my last one. Something about the idea of drowning is horrific to me.
Yeah.
There's feeling. Oh, that stresses me out. Thinking of your lungs filling up with water, like. You can't do that. I'm getting a panic attack thinking about it.
Well, don't think about it.
So wow, I didn't even have that on the list, and it made it on there for me. So my words, I'd say. Well, you first. Okay, so.
I guess
Burned,
which one's first, burned or frozen? Burned is gonna be painful. Frozen, I imagine you just fucking pass out and then never wake up again.
I'd say the other way. I think it's the same for either way. Either way is gonna burn a lot at some point.
Oh, I say
The fire's
frozen
gonna
first and then burned.
burned is the worst
Yeah.
because it's immediate pain, scorched until everything just falls apart on you pretty much. The thing about that one though, it seems like it would be the fastest one out of all of them.
It does seem
Right?
like
The
fast.
burned would be a lot faster than being buried, or frozen even takes a little bit longer. But then frozen, you're going to end up, like you said, you'll go numb at a certain point and just not be able to move and then go to sleep and die. Yeah. Intense conversation. That was a good one. I like that one. All right. Shit, we ran through those pretty quick. Were we missing anything here? Let's see.
Stories possible?
That's pretty much it. Yeah, well, that was for
There's
people that should have been.
Debate going on Twitter, fucking candy corn, yay or nay?
Yay. Yeah, what's wrong with it?
See,
I mean, to each their own. It's like black licorice. There's always that freak that likes it, so you can't really get rid of it.
I don't like licorice, period.
I don't like licorice, yeah. Well, I like the Twizzlers. Is that a type of licorice?
Yeah.
They consider it a type of licorice, right? But it's not licorice flavored.
I think it is licorice.
What makes a licorice a licorice?
I don't fucking know.
Don't talk to me like that, you piece of shit.
So, yeah, candy corn. I didn't like it at first, and then I fucking didn't mind it. But I'm not crazy about fucking candy corn.
Yeah, I think licorice is a flavor. It's from the root of the Glycyrrhiza glabra, from which a sweet flavor can be extracted. Wow. Don't know why I cared enough to look that up.
Well, that's what answer the question. Is fucking Twizzlers licorice or no?
Is Twizzlers a licorice? That's a better way to look. Is Twizzler a licorice?
Red licorice or other colors are usually fruit flavored by artificial or natural means and do not contain licorice flavoring.
Oh, well, there you go.
So licorice is a flavor?
Not only do red vines and Twizzlers not contain any licorice extract, because that flavor, licorice comes from a specific plant. It's a specific flavor.
Huh.
So now you know.
Well, licorice was like fucking gummies, you know? It's like
Yes,
what
so-
the candy is made.
So apparently red vines and Twizzlers are considered twists, not licorice. So
Okay.
you call those twists.
Well, I don't like Twizzlers.
Now you can have licorice twists, I guess. But
Yeah.
yeah, I can't stand them either. That gumminess. I don't have the best teeth in the world to be dealing with candy like that.
Something about it that I'm like, this isn't that great. But
What is this? Hershey's response to FDA's warning over eating too much black licorice.
Oh, that's because it's black.
Oh, racism.
Yeah, they're fucking.
The maker of the top-selling
Against
licorice
black.
brand Twizzlers has responded to Food and Drug Administration's warning that eating too much black licorice could land you in the hospital. As with any treat or candy, we recommend you enjoy licorice in moderation and as part of an overall balanced diet. What?
What?
Jeff Beckman, a spokesperson for Hershey's, told Fox Business. In moderation as a part of an overall balanced diet. That's an amazing way to talk about candy. If you're 40 or older, eating 2 ounces of black licorice a day for at least 2 weeks could land you in a hospital with an irregular heart rhythm or arrhythmia, the FDA said. So you heard it here first, folks. If you're 40 years or older, and for some fucking reason you're eating 2 ounces of licorice every day, might fuck up your heart.
I would have thought.
Well, that's why this is a Halloween episode. We're finding the things that can kill you that you never know. Now, you said there was an issue with the candy corn industry.
No, not the industry, but it's on fucking Twitter, like candy corn, yay or nay. Is
Well,
that
let's
candy
see.
corn? Corn? Never mind.
I didn't see.
Yeah, that chick.
That is definitely a girl getting banged while
Eating
her head
candy
is
corn.
in a bowl of candy corn. Look at that.
Yeah.
Dear candy corn haters, you are wrong. Okay. Anyway, there's an article here from the HuffPost.com.
Ah, it's fake news.
It just would, well, it's an opinion piece, so it doesn't fucking
Yeah.
matter. The arguments are that they're basically waxy sugar. They get old quickly. We're bred to hate it from a young age because people just say it sucks. They can ruin birthday parties. That's just conjecture. They're the rejects of trick-or-treaters everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
Still though, I never knew anybody that genuinely didn't like them. Like, they'd say, I knew people that said they didn't like them. But I don't know if they just didn't like them because of, like you said, we're kind of raised to not like you're told candy corn sucks. Like,
Yeah.
but nobody ever, I've always eaten it. I've always eaten it. Have you ever had issues with corn?
I only ate it once and I was like, yuck. And then as I got a little older, I was like, oh, this ain't that bad. But I don't mind its existence, is what I'm saying.
Yeah, it's people that want it banned and shit.
Yeah.
Have you seen this? How
Yeah.
you can build a corn on the cob out of them?
I'm like, why would you though?
Well, because it makes sense why it's called candy corn now.
Because it's shaped like a corn kernel.
Yeah, it's shaped like a corn kernel, and you can. But if you put it around in circles, it makes. For those of you on YouTube, you might be able to check this out
On the thing.
Da-da-da-da-da-da. Monitor for you, yay! Okay. Do you have any special candies that you go for every time in the bucket?
I noticed that my idea of the fucking best candy ever are all fucking chocolates.
Fair.
I'm the one that fucking buys the candy, and there's always that fucking.
For me, there's one candy that screams Halloween that I'm always super excited to see it in the bucket. And I don't like it the rest of the year, but I like it for Halloween. And I don't know a lot of people who actually like them. The bottle caps. Have you ever had bottle caps?
I don't think so.
They're like little sweet tart looking things. They're circular, but they're shaped as bottle caps. And they're supposed to taste like grape soda, orange soda. There's a root beer flavored one. Nobody likes root beer flavored ones, so I take them all from everyone because I just like candy. But yeah, you've never seen bottle caps?
No.
I'm sure you have. Hold on.
I've seen the Coke bottle shaped gummies.
These here.
Oh, that.
I knew you'd see it, you son of a bitch.
Well, no, I've never seen that.
Lying sack of shit.
Huh. That screams Halloween for you?
Yeah, it's because it's one of those candies that just happen to be around during the Halloween, and I never really saw them any other time of the year.
Interesting.
Yeah, I like kitschy things sometimes.
Uh-huh.
The only other thing other than that, I cannot think of a Halloween bucket without thinking of the Hershey's Crunch. The Crunch bars. Yeah, dude. And the reason those are so popular for me is because back in elementary school, they'd give you those Star Crunch cookies. It was like chocolate with like Rice Krispies baked into it, like a Rice Krispie cookie,
Oh, okay.
chocolatey.
Yeah, rice
little
puffs.
Yeah, something like that. So that crunch became real popular to me with the chocolate. So
Yeah.
Crunch bars came out and it was like, oh my god, Hershey finally nailed it. It's awesome.
Yeah, the whatchamacallits too, that's what it is. It's fucking rice puffs covered in caramel and chocolate.
Whatchamacallit is a
Yeah, candy bar. See that shit?
I've never had one of those.
Oh, you should.
It looks disgusting.
It'll change your life.
But you know what? I used to have a problem with toffee. Because that's toffee, right?
Is it? That was caramel.
Well, there's caramel in it, but that crunchiness, that stuff's there, I think. Oh, nougat. Nougat is what I'm thinking of.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that nougat stuff, I used to not like the texture of, and I grew to like it after a while. Not nougat. I can't spell nougat. Let's not look that up.
Or are you thinking of Nugget, the Hershey's Nugget?
No, nougat. The nougaty crunch.
Nougaty Crunch. I don't know. I think you're thinking fucking. Yeah. Yeah, not even Google knows what the fuck you're talking about.
Nougat. Nougat.
Where?
Nougat.
All I see are random ass pictures. I don't know, man. Yeah, I don't know.
It's a word. I'm not giving up on it.
Okay. Well, maybe if you Google fucking Hershey's or Nestle fucking Nugget. Nougaty chocolate. What? Images. What?
Nougat. There you go. N-O-U-G-A-T.
N-O-U.
That.
No.
That's a nougat bar. See that white stuff that's holding it all together? That's all nougat. That's in a lot of different crunch bars, like the
Where do you
crunch.
go trick or treating and you get all this fucking weird shit?
It's just an ingredient that's in a lot of chocolate bars. Like half the
Oh.
chocolate bars you eat have that shit in it.
I see.
It's what? A family of confections made with sugar, honey, roasted nuts, almonds, walnuts, pistachios, hazelnuts, macadamia nuts are common. Whipped egg whites and some chopped candied fruit. I've never seen it with candied fruit, but it is used in a variety of candy bars and chocolates. The most common is white nougat. Yeah, see, bitch, we'll learn you something on this podcast.
Okay.
For you, those of you who didn't know what nougat is, now you do.
Okay. N-U-G-E-T.
N-O-U-G-E-T.
Yeah.
Alright, so we've covered our questions, we've covered our candies. What else do we got? Have you ever done anything special for Halloween?
Yeah, I go trick or treating. Lately I've been fucking handing out candy. What else? Yeah, I used to fucking watch a scary movie after fucking Halloween. Trick or Treat was one. But you know, growing up, fucking they back when antenna was a thing.
Why are you yelling all of a sudden?
No, antenna.
What are you talking about?
fucking-
Antenna?
because-
Antennae?
And the fucking TV antenna? When that was the thing, instead of the fucking...
Frank, you're letting
digital
everybody
bullshit?
know that you're older than 25.
Well, you keep saying fucking... Motherfucker, you're 33!
I keep ranting you out.
Okay, but anyways...
Oh, you're 23 now?
I was 23. But anyways, fucking...
Always.
yeah, the fucking Mexican stations would play fucking Halloween. They'd have the fucking movie. Like,
This is Halloween.
No.
Halloween.
But yeah, that's another thing.
In
I tell
this
people
town.
because there's a debate. Fucking the night before Christmas. Is it a Halloween movie or is it a Christmas movie?
Oh, it's...
You know what I tell people? It's a Dia de los Muertos fucking movie.
Good call.
Yeah.
Yeah, it sure is, isn't it?
Yeah, because
It's
it's
much more
between
Dia de los
Halloween and fucking
It's a
Christmas.
It's a celebration of life on both ends.
yeah.
Wow, good. I'd say that. Yeah, that's a good call. Dia de los Muertos movie. Same thing with Corpse Bride, huh?
No.
It's much less of a Halloween movie than it is a Dia de los Muertos movie. It deals with a lot of the same concepts.
Maybe.
Yeah, that our ancestors are down there, not necessarily suffering, they're just in an afterlife.
Right.
And there is an opportunity for them to come back in certain ways at certain times of year.
I can see that.
Yeah, it's a Dia de los Muertos movie more than anything else.
There you go. Take that, Coco.
Yeah, no kidding, right? Yeah, too bad there wasn't the only Mexicans in that one. I think they were like little mariachis in the afterworld too, right? Like it's always so racist with Disney.
Yeah. What happened?
But it's only racist because they're Mexican. If they were Jews, you'd be okay with it, right?
I'm okay with any fucking quote unquote racial
Okay.
something.
Anyway, so
But I gotta fucking get something on my chest. We were gonna talk fucking, or at least I had a plan to talk about fucking ghost stories, and I was looking up a ghost story from a fucking, well, I made sure to know fucking very damn well the ghost story of near where I used to live as a fucking baby up in fucking Erath County.
Okay, is this somebody's ghost story or like the local? Like,
Yeah, it's
the local ghost story that
yeah,
everybody
the local
talks
ghost
about there.
story. And my uncle used to go fucking drinking down there with his fucking cousins. I don't know if he still does. It's a place called McDow's Hole. McDow.
Oh, McDowell.
Yeah.
McDowell. Not exactly what you said. Yeah, it just
Yeah.
sounded wrong.
Yeah, I don't know why. I always thought it was McDowell's Hole, but no, it's McDow's Hole.
McDowell's Hole, and that's Texas.
Yeah, that's here in New County, Texas. And what had happened was.
What happened?
So there was a fucking family living in a cabin, and then something happened. I guess somebody died, where the husband had to part ways to take care of affairs. And it was this lady by the name of Jenny Patworth. I think I
How
found
would you remember the name? That's creepy.
because there's even a book about on this.
Okay.
And then what happened?
So the husband bounces to take
Yeah,
care
the
of
husband
something.
bounces, and then something happens. She had 2 kids, a baby and a fucking 4 or 5-year-old. Something happens where fucking the little kid hid, and the fucking mother was killed, and the baby disappeared. And they blamed it on the fucking Comanches, and the Comanches said, no, the one who did it was white and speaks English.
Okay.
And it was a man by the last name.
How would they know?
Because they witnessed it, apparently.
Hmm.
I don't know.
I don't know. I'd blame the people that saw what happened too, if they were the
Yeah,
only ones around.
it was a man by the name of fucking Barlow that had said it was the fucking Comanches. And then this kid fucking, I guess he had it out against the Patworths, that he was saying that Jenny's husband was a cattle rustler, and they tried fucking hanging this guy. They pulled him out and they hung him on a tree, but then the kid fucking cut the rope off. Barlow, the guy that fucking was the supposed witness, had convinced the town that Jenny's husband was a cattle rustler, a guy who steals cows and sells them off.
Oh,
Yeah,
and that just okay.
yeah. So then they.
I didn't realize a cattle rustler was the colloquialism for
Yeah.
someone who steals
Yeah,
cattle.
so then, since they tried hanging his ass, they fucking decided to ditch. Fucking, they went up for New York, and then there were some sightings. Fucking, a year later, there was a sighting of a ghost. Apparently, it was Jenny Battleworth. But then, when Barlow was on his deathbed, the apparition of Jenny and her fucking baby appeared to him, and he confessed to killing Jenny and throwing the fucking baby into the river.
Wow.
And every fucking town / region has a fucking La Llorona story, and this is
Right.
from where I used to fucking live when I was a baby. I lived just down the fucking river from there.
So this is
So
a
this is my
version of the
backyard.
origins of the La Llorona story.
Yeah.
Because there are several different ones. The other La Llorona legend goes that it was a Spanish, not a Spanish governor, yeah, a Spanish governor, I think, that moved to that was in the area on business, and he fell for a local Native American woman and had an affair with her. Then he left, said that he would be back for her, but after going back home to his wife, the governor goes back, to wherever he lived with his wife. He sends word to the woman saying, "Don't contact me. I'm happy in my life. I will not take care of you or our child." So out of desperation and sadness, she goes and gets rid of the kid, drowns the kid in the lake or in the river, to avoid the shame of having a child out of wedlock and whatnot. And then because she can't go on anymore with the guilt of it, she goes out crying night after night, wasting away, refusing to eat, and eventually dies out there while searching for the body of the child that she let drown and drift down the river. So at night you can hear her every midnight to 2 in the morning. You hear a woman crying by the river, my child, where is my child?" So I know that's the version of the La Llorona story I heard, or committed to my memory anyway. I'm not as good to have names. I could call it Governor Beto and La Llorona is, I don't know, Alejandra. I
We'll
don't
usually use a girl named Maria. It's a very common name.
María, ¿por qué? ¿Dónde está mi hijo? Mi hijo está.
Yeah.
I'm over here, Mom. I'll just get some out the fridge. So, yeah.
Oh yeah, the one I heard about the Llorona fucking Mexican was that there was fucking a raid or whatever that happened. So then the husband was abusive and shit, so she ran away. But she hid her baby in the riverbank. And then when she came,
She hid it.
yeah, when she came back to fucking get her kid, she couldn't find it.
She was gone. So
Yeah.
you assume animals got it or something.
Yeah, and that's why she cries up and down the river looking for her fucking children.
I never heard that one. That one puts her in such a nicer light. Like,
Yeah.
yeah, I still think the darkest one is the one where the man knocks her, because it's such a poignant story to today still. You know that shit still happens. You know, men go out and cheat on their spouses with somebody, knocks somebody else up, and then you got a bastard child out there without. Wait, no. Is it a bastard child? I think we clarified this back in Worlds. Doesn't matter, who cares. Anyway, so you get a kid out there who's missing dad and a wife who ends up having to pick up the slack and the pain that could cause individuals.
Yeah, and then the Llorona from fucking Houston.
Oh, you got another one.
Apparently her last name is Leica, and I'm like,
How does she have a last name?
People have names, and then they die. But I don't remember her full name, but the last name was fucking Leica, and then I'm like, holy shit, I have family, I have people in my family with last name Leica. I wonder if she's related.
Oh, goodness.
Yeah.
I mean, there's 145,000 Garzas in like a 20-mile radius here, I think. I'm not related to all of them.
Yeah, but it's a curiosity.
It is curious. It is
Yeah.
curious. Well, have you done your ancestry tree?
Yeah, I did.
Did it go back to anybody who was murdered or
Didn't. Well, it.
lost a baby or?
What I'm getting mostly is a bunch of fucking third cousins. Yeah, that are fucking
Turd cousins?
third cousins that are barely fucking related to me.
Mm.
Yeah, I'm like, god damn it.
That's no fun.
The problem there is that fucking, it's our great grandparents that would know the story because that's what links us. But they're either not alive or too old to fucking
Remember.
speak of anything. So
Yeah.
yeah, that's why I'm like, god damn it. If only this had happened sooner.
Yeah, it's unfortunate that by the time we realize how important these stories are to us, it's almost too late to gather them from the people that have the first-hand knowledge.
Yeah.
Isn't that why we celebrate something like Dia de los Muertos? Isn't
Yeah,
that why we
honor
celebrate
our
something
ancestors.
like Halloween, so that we remember what those people had to bring to our lives and what their lives symbolized for the rest of ours. My grandfather, my grandma, my grandfather, on both sides, they have hell of a past, checkered histories between one or the other of them, and there's a lot there for us to learn from and to grow from, and as they say, do as I say, not as I do, learn from the mistakes they've held and learn from the strengths that they've shown that they have. You can carry that with you too, because it's in our sangre, it's in our blood. Can't forget them.
Yeah.
Can't forget them. Just like we don't forget La Llorona and all these different myths and legends about them. So this is a good one. Happy you brought up those legends. That was a nice way to wrap up this episode.
I'm like, we have to fucking talk about this.
Yeah, well done, man. So I guess that's gonna be it for this episode. We're right about where we want to be.
Okay, so
Frank, help me out here. Let's end
so
this.
that was our fucking Halloween episode. What's the next holiday we can probably do? Fucking Day of the Dead is like right after fucking Halloween. So
that's true. Yeah, we can do a couple different ones of these if it comes out after Halloween or before Halloween. Who gives a shit? It's the Halloween season, everybody. Let's enjoy these dirty old zombies walking around. Let's smack a necrotic titty if you get an opportunity to. Just make sure you don't get caught, because necrophilia is punishable by the law. in almost every state.
Yeah, so maybe Mondays will be fucking Dia de
Ooh!
Muertos.
Ooh, next episode I know what we'll talk about. We'll bring up, to tie in the Halloween. Next episode, guys, so you can find us. Frank, where can they find us?
On Twitter under @CompletelyInApp, on Instagram @CI Podcast, on Facebook Completely Inappropriate, on YouTube Completely Inappropriate, and you can email us completelyinappropriate
Podcast@gmail.com.
Yeah, that's what I said.
Completely inappropriate podcast
Podcast
at gmail.com.
gmail.com.
Yeah, find us,
Yeah.
people. Let us know how you feel about us. Give us a 5-star rating if you think we are so deserved of it. If you don't, fuck you. Give us a 5-star rating anyway. We do what we can here. We're really enjoying this. We don't make any money off this. We're just throwing our funds up the internet, rolling it up into a ball, just throwing it up the asshole of the internet for you guys to enjoy our dulcet tones and interesting ideas. Hope you enjoy it. We love you guys. Find your happy people. Hold on to it. Lock it. Put it in your pocket and lock it.
And
Frank,
don't forget, be excellent to each other.
we love you guys. Take it easy, everybody.
Like, share, comment, subscribe.